Welcome to another outdoor prospecting adventure presented to you by Smokey and Spike Productions. I'm not even close to the mine and I'm finding float quartz all over the hillside. I need to head that direction. My least favorite, scrub oak. Get low. I wish I had a way to haul this one off of the mountain. That would make great yard decor. Look at those beautiful colors on. The Blue Point mine should be right over there. That is a really good looking piece. It is coming home with me. I believe that is the mine dump. Pieces of quartz all over the place. Continuing up, I've traveled up and down several of these washes looking for the portal of the mine and I can't find it. I really want to find the entrance of the mine. This particular piece of quartz looks really good. Maybe the BLM buried it. This outcropping looks way cool. Nice little quartz stringer on the top. Nice vein structure right there. I'm getting close. It's gotta be around here somewhere. This has gotta be the outcropping that got the individual's interest that began mining it some years ago. I'm gonna travel up this wash a little bit to see if I can find the entrance. If not, I gotta turn around and head back home because I'm losing my sunlight. And I'll gather some more samples on the way back down for processing. Found myself a shovel head. The old timers have been here. Good thing I found that shovel on the way down. I have a quartz vein in suit. I'm gonna dig down a bit and take some samples. Nice quartz samples to take home. Quite a bit here. I say that's a pretty good find. I got quite the sample. Can't get any more than that. I gotta hike down the mountain safely. I'll see you back at home when I start processing this quartz. I made it down the mountain and home safely. Let's see the haul for the day. Didn't get the samples I wanted from the mine, but these quartz samples should have some promising results. Let's take a closer look at some of these pieces. Like this one. That really solid dark rusted corner looks very appealing. Hopefully to see something in the concentrates after all of this has been processed. Might be a little piece of gold right there. Some vugs where pyrite once was. Even this little piece has a lot of potential. Look at all the mineralization on that. I really like the looks of that dark rusty red right there. How about a closer look at all of the quartz collected after it has been rinsed and thoroughly dried? All of the samples in the tray I will crush and extract the concentrates using gravity collection. These three I've taken out of the mix for special projects. This one I'm keeping to make slabs with. These two I'm gonna roast and to see if I could reveal anything from underneath this pyrite. I have my Vivor electric kiln heating up just slightly above 1000 degrees. Loading the kiln. Once it is at temperature, I'll leave both of these in there for about a half hour and take a look at them. The kiln is at temperature and a timer has been set. The quartz has been in the kiln for well over 30 minutes now. I'm about to take them out and give them a quench. That's too bad. It was just iron pyrite or chalcopyrite. It sure made it easier to break apart though. I'll just put this with the rest when crushing. Exact same thing with the other piece. Just a pyrite I roasted away. All of the quartz is pretty much ready for the ball mill. Working on my last piece to break up into smaller pieces, and then this caught my attention while breaking it apart. Once all this is broken up and thrown in the ball mill, I'll classify it and run the material. Introducing Squeakers, the male, and Quackers, the female, checking on my progress while crushing up this quartz. I think they want some food. Hi, how you two doing? The quartz is ready for the ball mill. Some of it looked really promising, and some of it just had a lot of iron oxidation throughout the quartz, leaving me thinking there's very little value. Franken mill is now in operation. I have several cylinders worth of quartz to crush. That was the last round for the evening. It is getting late. I don't want to disturb the neighbors. I will classify this in the morning, as well as empty that and classify it and see what remains to crush. All of the quartz has been crushed and classified. Unfortunately, for safety reasons, I can't use the gold cube because the wire has separated off of the housing from the pump. I will have to pan all of it to collect the concentrate. I have a little over 1/4 of a 5-gallon bucket of material to work with. I will be panning that. If I see anything promising in the concentrates, I will display it. You know, I gotta keep it classic with the red pan. Go old school silver spike. It's what I like. My favorite pan out of everyone I've used. Now you see why I decided to wear gloves during the processing of this material. It is rusty and nasty. My hands would be stained for days. The bottom of the first pan, it's a cloudy day and very hard to distinguish what is what. There is gold in that ore. That's some good ground there. I guarantee if you got enough quantity, it gets some good amount of gold after a smelt, or if you use some other type of specialty gravity collection system to collect this really ultra fine gold. I'm actually impressed. Out of the 2 years I've been on YouTube and collecting samples, I think this is the most promising I've found locally. I still have quite a bit of material to pan. I gotta relocate inside. We have a storm front coming in and it is getting extremely cold out here. Finally down to the last pan. Here's the plan. Once this is complete, I'll empty out the snuffer bottle, remove the magnetic material, and try to present a good yield. I will hold on to these concentrates until I've purchased a new crucible and more flux to smelt. Time for the snuffer bottle dump. I'm hoping for a presentable reveal. A look at all of the concentrates collected. That really surprises me. Not that much magnetic material in there. Still too much material left in the pan to do a proper reveal. There is something other than the quartz and the gold and the magnetic material I removed that is making it extremely difficult to separate. I'm going to have to roast these concentrates and prep them for a smelt in order to get all of the micro gold out. Stay tuned for a sequel. My sincere apologies. This one is a little more difficult than I originally had planned. Thank you for watching Smokey and Spike Productions. Have a wonderful day.